Lots of drivers talk about why they end up leaving the rideshare business, but what interests me are the reasons why people stay. I think the points raised in this article are going to resonate with a lot of the full-timers here that use this as their primary source of income. We'll take a look. This article is a San Francisco Chronicle article. It was published June this year. I know that it's a little bit older, but I do think that the info inside is still very good and still very relevant as far as the ride-sharing community goes. Now, if you want to read this article in full for yourself, I'm going to leave a link down below. This article provides 5 reasons why a lot of these drivers stay. I wouldn't say that the majority of people stay only because of this. Maybe we can all take a little component out of why these particular people are staying and look at our own reasons for continuing driving. The big one that they start off with relates to setting your own schedule. To sum it up, this section talks about how a lot of people need their own schedules to remain flexible, especially from different segments of the population, such as single parents. It does bring up an important point about the new structuring of retail and fast food jobs. Typically, you would have expected a Monday through Friday schedule, AM, PM. Unless you're working in a 24-hour joint, I don't really think there are a whole lot of overnight shifts. They do highlight the fact that you can't really plan around doctor's appointments, and you really need to be there for your children when they're sick, especially if you're a single parent. Little funny bonus tidbit here, check out what Uber had to say. Drivers are at the heart of our service. We can't succeed without them. In the wake of AB5, it's kind of funny to see this, but we'll continue. This video isn't about that. The next section talks about the low barriers to entry. Now here it does mention immigrants with limited English proficiency, people without much education or experience, seniors facing ageism, people of color subject to racism. Ride-hailing provides a quick way to bring in income. Historically, taxi driving has played a similar role for many immigrants. Now traditionally, probably because of popular culture, taxi driving has been associated with weirdos, the low-skilled, or immigrants. Ride-sharing has almost cut out the need to be part of this taxi group. Just use the vehicle that you have, turn on the app, and go about your business for the day. It does mention how gaps in your employment history also work against you if you try to switch over to a more traditional job. It's better to have something to kind of cover that gap in between rather than have nothing at all. I think this next section is going to be one of the more common ones, the sunk cost fallacy. Basically, this is for people who bought or leased a car intending ride-sharing to pay off the cost of the vehicle. However, that's not going to happen for a long time, and there are other expenses that come along with that. Not to mention the fact that you're putting wear and tear on that vehicle, so by the time you're done, you have an excess of 100,000 miles on that vehicle's odometer. Now here's one that I didn't really think about. I think it's a little unusual, but it's listed under this building a movement section. Basically, some people are continuing to drive thinking that with the passage of AB5, things will start to improve for them. I think it's just part of human nature to be part of something bigger than yourself. But even if you're just involved in rideshare driving, it helps to be part of a bigger overall plan. At least it gives you the feeling that there's something that you're working towards in the end. The last one is hidden expenses. I thought that this would probably be the #1 reason that people still continue to drive. You just have obligations to fill, and it's not like you can just pick up and leave. You can't just get up and go. You can't wait that 2 weeks for that first paycheck to come in, especially if something is due tomorrow. When you have mouths to feed on top of bills to pay, then in some markets where you're earning more than the local minimum wage would be, it does make sense to stay in rideshare. Now, I kind of wanted to make this a really quick video because I'm a little tired, kind of went at it hard today. I just wanted to put a few thoughts out there. But I want everyone to really think about why you do rideshare, basically why you continue to drive. When you have a set goal that you're working towards, every day just gets easier. Be good, do well, let's go make some money.